Around 250 protesters at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill pulled down a controversial Confederate statue. The 105-year-old monument, known as Silent Sam, had long been seen as a symbol of white supremacy in the US. Put up in 1913, it commemorated those who died fighting for the slaveholding Confederate states in the American Civil War. The monument's polarized opinion on that campus for decades, though. It had been vandalized in the past. Although many saw it as a racist and offensive thing, others argued maybe, but it was nonetheless still part of the South's heritage and should therefore be preserved. The university, for its part, condemned the toppling of the statue as unlawful and dangerous and did acknowledge the monument's divisive nature. At least one person was reportedly arrested during the demonstration. Police are investigating what they're calling an act of vandalism. The incident forms part, though, of a bigger picture here, a growing backlash against Confederate symbols across the country.
Ancient systems of democratic economics that center the needs of poor, indigenous, African American, and brown people.
Political activist Anthony Rogers-White and Conservative radio host Dave Perkins joined us to talk about the implications of the move and what happened and how society should deal with the vestiges of the Confederation period.
Everything that happens here in the public square and public view is political. It's a political plan involving street activity designed, yes, to divide us because there is an election coming up in just a couple of months, a midterm election here where all congressmen and 1/3 of senators are up for re-election. It is divisive because it is designed to be divisive, because it's designed to activate the political base of the Democrat Party to get them out to vote in as high a number as possible.
What's divisive is forcing people to have to look at something, to have to embrace symbols of white supremacy when they're going to school.
They're abandoning the historical context. They're forgetting why those statues stand there, who it was that put them there, what the thinking was at the time, and what the statues represent, the history that led up to this or that person being remembered in a statue.
Those statues were not made to uphold history. They were made to uphold white supremacy. It would be great to see more conservatives concerned about fighting slavery right here at home. You have a president who has incited violence against people of color, whose dog whistles of racism have become full on bullhorns, which have led to people like our sister Heather being killed in Charlottesville last year. You talk about freedoms, but you're more concerned with a statue than you are with NFL players having the right to take a knee, to stand up to racism and white supremacy that run this country.
The campaign against the statues, as I see it, is a way to get young people out and make them feel like they're doing something when they're really not accomplishing anything, because the ghost that they're fighting against is disappearing more and more every year. We have to know where we came from so we don't do what the young people are doing today, which is look at the present and see all manner of unfairness and injustice and feel like they need to riot in the streets and destroy things to make things right. If they just saw history, they would see how right everything is. It's a matter of perspective. Destroying history ruins your perspective, and that leaves you subject to being told what to think and having to believe it because you don't have anything else.